Hey there, lovely listeners.
Welcome back to another episode of English with Podcast.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Tony. We're thrilled to have you joining us today for another fun-filled English learning adventure.
Absolutely. And today, folks, we've got a special treat lined up for you. We're delving into the fascinating world of phrasal verbs.
That's right! Phrasal verbs are like the spice of English. They add flavor and zest to your language skills.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Tony. Phrasal verbs are those tricky little combinations of verbs and prepositions or adverbs that can sometimes trip up English learners.
Right. But fear not, dear listeners. We're here to guide you through the maze of phrasal verbs with ease.
Indeed. So, let's kick things off by introducing two phrasal verbs. Look after and run into.
Ah, yes. Look after means to take care of someone or something, while run into means to unexpectedly meet someone or something.
Absolutely. For example, you might say, I need to look after my little sister while my parents are out. Or guess who I ran into at the grocery store yesterday? My old high school teacher.
Perfect examples, Nikki. Now, let's get ready for our first dialogue, where you'll hear these phrasal verbs in action.
Hey, Lisa. How was your weekend?
Not bad, Sarah. I had to look after my neighbor's cat while they were away.
Oh, that sounds fun. Did you run into any trouble?
Actually, yes. I ran into a bit of a situation when the cat climbed up a tree and wouldn't come down.
Oh no.
What did you do?
Well, I had to call the fire department to help me get the poor thing down. It was quite the adventure.
Well, wasn't that a delightful conversation, Tony?
Absolutely, Nikki. Lisa and Sarah showcased look after and run into effortlessly.
And they did it with such naturalness. It's like they've been using phrasal verbs all their lives.
Practice makes perfect, Nikki. And speaking of practice, did you hear about the musician who broke up with his metronome?
No. What happened?
He couldn't keep time together. Ha!
Oh, Tony, you're a riot! All right, folks, let's move on to our next set of phrasal verbs. All right, listeners, get ready to add two more phrasal verbs to your vocabulary. Take off and put up with.
Ah, yes. Take off means to depart or leave, while put up with means to tolerate or endure something.
Exactly, Tony. For instance, you might say, I need to take off early from work today, or I can't put up with my noisy neighbors anymore.
Spot on, Nikki. These phrasal verbs are super useful in everyday conversations. Now, let's see them in action in our next dialogue.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Not great, Tom. I can't put up with my roommate's messy habits anymore.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, yesterday, I found a pile of dirty dishes in the sink again. I need to take off and find a new place to live.
That sounds frustrating, Mike. Have you tried talking to your roommate about it?
Yeah, but he just brushes it off and promises to do better. I can't put up with it any longer.
I understand, Mike. Hopefully, you can find a solution soon.
Well, that was certainly a relatable situation, wouldn't you say, Nikki?
Absolutely, Tony. Tom and Mike perfectly illustrated the struggles of having to put up with something you can't change.
And the decision to take off and find a new place is a big one, but sometimes it's necessary for your own sanity.
Definitely. It's all about finding that balance between patience and knowing when enough is enough.
Speaking of balance, Nikki, why did the bicycle fall over?
I don't know, Tony, why?
Because it was too tired. Ha!
Oh, Tony, you never fail to crack me up. All right, folks, let's keep the phrasal verb train rolling with our next set. All right, listeners, Get ready to learn 2 more phrasal verbs that will come in handy. Look forward to and come across.
Ah, yes. Look forward to means to anticipate or be excited about something, while come across means to find or encounter something unexpectedly.
Exactly, Tony. For instance, you might say, I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Or, I came across an old photo album while cleaning out my closet.
Spot on, Nikki. These phrasal verbs can add a lot of depth to your conversations. Now, let's see them in action in our next dialogue.
Hey, Sarah. Guess what I found while I was cleaning out my attic?
What did you come across, Emily?
I came across a box of old love letters from high school.
Wow, that's amazing. I bet you're looking forward to reading through them.
Definitely. I'm really looking forward to taking a trip down memory lane.
Well, let me know if you need any company. I'd love to hear the stories behind those letters.
Well, wasn't that a heartwarming exchange, Tony?
Absolutely, Nikki. Emily and Sarah showed us how to use look forward to and come across in a natural and relatable way.
And it's moments like these that make language learning so rewarding.
You never know what surprises you'll come across. Indeed, Nikki. It's all about embracing those unexpected moments and finding joy in the little things.
Speaking of little things, Tony, why did the tomato turn red?
I don't know, Nikki. Why?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Ha! Nikki, you're a riot. All right, folks, we've got 2 more phrasal verbs to go, so let's dive right in.
That's right, listeners. Get ready to add 2 more phrasal verbs to your repertoire. Break down and come up with.
Ah, yes. Break down means to stop functioning or to analyze something in detail, while come up with means to think of or produce an idea or solution.
Exactly, Tony. For example, you might say, my car broke down on the way to work. Or, I need to come up with a plan for the project.
Spot on, Nikki. These phrasal verbs are super useful in various situations. Now, let's see them in action in our next dialogue.
Hey, Mark, have you finished the assignment for English class?
Not yet, Sophie. I'm stuck on the last question. I can't come up with an answer.
Oh no, maybe I can help. Let's break down the question together and see if we can figure it out.
That sounds like a plan, Sophie. Thanks for offering to help.
No problem, Mark. We make a great team.
Well, wasn't that a productive conversation, Nikki?
Absolutely, Tony. Sophie and Mark demonstrated how to use breakdown and come up with to tackle a problem together.
And it's great to see how collaboration and teamwork can lead to finding solutions.
Definitely. It's all about supporting each other and using our collective brain power.
Speaking of brain power, Nikki, why did the student eat his homework?
I don't know, Tony, why?
Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. Ha!
Oh, Tony, you're full of jokes. Let's take a moment to reflect on the fantastic journey we've had today, Tony. We've delved deep into the world of phrasal verbs and explored their various nuances and applications.
Absolutely, Nikki. Phrasal verbs are like the building blocks of everyday English, and today, we've built quite the linguistic structure.
That's right, Tony. From the very beginning, we introduced our listeners to the concept of phrasal verbs with look after and run into, illustrating how they can be seamlessly integrated into casual conversations.
And as we progressed, we uncovered more gems like take off and put up with, showing how phrasal verbs can capture the essence of departure and endurance.
Then, we've entered into the realm of anticipation and discovery with look forward to and come across, demonstrating how phrasal verbs can evoke excitement and surprise.
And let's not forget about problem solving with break down and come up with, showcasing the practicality and versatility of phrasal verbs in finding solutions.
Absolutely. Each dialogue, each interaction has been a testament to the power and richness of phrasal verbs in our language.
And through it all, we've hoped to inspire our listeners to embrace these linguistic tools and incorporate them into their own communication.
So, dear listeners, as you go about your day, remember the phrasal verbs we've explored together. Whether you're looking after someone, putting up with a challenge, or coming across unexpected opportunities, let these phrasal verbs be your guide.
The more you practice, the more fluent you will be each day.
That's right, Tony. But alas, all good things must come to an end. We've had a blast exploring phrasal verbs with you today.
Absolutely, Nikki. And we hope our listeners have enjoyed the journey just as much as we have.
Remember, folks, if you found value in today's episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel and ensures you never miss out on our future episodes.
And if you have any suggestions for topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments below. We love hearing from our listeners.
That's right. Your feedback is invaluable to us, and we're always looking for ways to make our content more engaging and relevant to your language learning journey.
So until next time, keep practicing those phrasal verbs, keep expanding your English skills, and keep spreading the love for language learning.
This is Nikki and Tony signing off from English with Podcast. Take care, stay curious, and we'll catch you in the next episode.